1001, 1002. I just had to show it. Even though you see this every single morning, it's actually afternoon. It's 2:30. 1010. It's 10 degrees last night. Minus 8, 15, 13. Crank her up! As I was saying, it was 10 degrees last night Fahrenheit, which is minus 12 Celsius. I ran this extension cord, lead cord over with the plow last year, so I finally repaired it. The copper was showing and I just left it. Yeah, I scraped it on the ground. We had a lot of snow. So I gave Mrs. CW another cord that has a triple receptacle, and she couldn't plug it in. I drove home last night, backed in the driveway, saw that it was plugged in, and she said to me this morning, I have an appointment. I didn't plug the truck in last night. I said, you did. I looked at it. Turns out that it's a much tighter receptacle, so it actually wasn't plugged in. Whoops, you can look at the sky for a second. So it wasn't plugged in, but things could have been a lot worse. As a matter of fact, while I was sitting on the side of the road halfway in a ditch, my brother was having slightly bigger problems. He lives in a house with a garage like this, but a bigger garage, and his son came home and closed the door, or maybe he didn't. The neighbor called and said, you know your garage door's open? Well, it was too late because the Corona beer had exploded. We don't heat this garage, never have. So all my stuff here, if it's frozen, too bad. Like my Zymol, 99 cents. Frozen. It'll thaw in the winter. I mean, when the winter's over. So anyhow, my brother had to call the plumber, and it's expensive when it's 10 o'clock at night. At least his plumber showed up. My tow truck driver didn't. Not the first guy, not the second guy, the third guy. I've got to do the online survey. They asked me, so, were you happy with your roadside assistance? No. I called them and gave them a piece of my mind, but of course it's only a clerk answering the phone, filling out a report. Now that they sent me an online query, I'm going to respond. I'm going to set the camera on the tripod right next to the computer, and you can watch me fill in the blanks. And we'll see what they have to say, because they may have tried their best, but it wasn't even nearly good enough. Tow truck drivers that use your GPS for a business need to be updated, not be following a 30-year-old snowmobile road that was closed 30 years ago. Anyhow, spikies, big tread, and they don't rub at all. Must be a fraction smaller than the original Falcons before they were half worn. I'm not so wild about the pattern and the hubcap that you need an Allen key to remove, but I looked at so many different wheels, and this one wasn't available, and that one didn't come in this one didn't come in that, blah, 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 blah. Cooper. She's a runner. Alrighty. Love my Blazer. Wish it wasn't rusted, though. Every time I get into it, I see that. It just disgusts me. I'll have to go to California with Billy and get some new rockers. Maybe Pisser will weld them on for me and do a paint job on this. You don't like my paint job?